Let's go out.
Yep. Time to go. Okay. Let's go. No?
No, I don't know. That brewing.
What do you mean? You want to go to the store? You want a wine set? Cheers. We have. Did you want to try it too?
Yeah, thank you. We just stumbled on this place.
Wow, it's a good stumble.
Yeah. That's tasty.
I'm gonna scoot behind you. Excuse me. $2 is your change.
Standing room only, huh? All right.
Spit, you got the tour with Cranberry Jerry. My grandkids love that. So this is a longer tour. We're going to be out there about 40 minutes. And they say with fishing, you know, they're all the guy, you hire a guide, you pay him a ton of money, and they always say, you should have been here yesterday. Well, you were here on the perfect day.
Yeah.
You have a little sun, but the harvest is in full swing. I'm going to try to get you as close as I can to the harvest. The roads are wet. I have to stay out of the way of the tractors that are bringing the cranberries in. I'll see what I can do. But there'll be plenty of picture opportunities. The cranberries are up floating on the water. So, now, if you ask me a question while I'm driving, it'll bounce right off that window and come back. I won't hear it. So, I can't answer questions while I'm driving.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, that's...
Yeah. Pardon?
If we pass you a note.
Yeah, well, and I behave just like all men when I hear the questions. So, come on, let's go out there and see the cranberries. So, gravity into a washing system, and so they've just come in from the farm, from out here, and they'll be loaded into semis, and they leave the day or even within hours of being harvested, and they go to central Wisconsin. Family, the resin family, they only planted 6 beds, and they over the next 15 years or 20 years, they expanded it up to 17 beds, and then it was sold, and Dave came here and managed it for a company that bought it. Dave Zawiskowski, who's your host, he provides this absolutely free tour for people who come to his farm.
They do too.
into the beds once they mature after about 5 years. That's the only, and you'll notice it's treaded. We had to adapt that tractor with those treads, and the bars simply swing back and forth and bang the berries off. That tractor goes through the water, through the bed, when there's about a foot of water in there. The treads are Ben Lears, which is, no, they aren't. They're Stevens. The Ben Lears are dark green.
Those are the vines.
Yep, that's the vines.
So you fill this with water?
Yes, fill this with water for the harvest or for crop protection. You can pick them yourself. Fill your pockets. Take them back to Minnesota.
Or tipping over in your waders.
Here, take a cranberry. And I'd invite you to bite one in half, and you'll see the secret of the cranberry harvest in water. You'll see the little air chambers that are in every little cranberry. That's the secret of the cranberry harvest. That little air chambers that are in there. Okay. Oh, they're sweet.
Just like you.
Okay. Welcome to Lake Nokomis Cranberries again. This is the home of cranberries. Cranberries are misnamed.
Cranberry bed being flooded so they can harvest the cranberries. They float to the top.
Canals here. One receiving water from the beds on the right, and then
Harvested?
these have not been harvested. And this is bed, we're coming on 17 right here. This bed to the right, it was planted in 1965. That was a great year. I was in high school. Imagine how long ago that was. And that bed, the weeds kind of spread there in the ditches where there's more water, more moisture, but nothing to really bother. The plant crowds out most of the weeds, and they'll harvest that starting, I think the day after tomorrow they'll start attacking these beds. This next bed was burned off actually 2 years ago, but we didn't get to it this year, but now it's being rebuilt. So all the sand was taken off. It'll be dug down even deeper and new piping or underground pipe put in. I don't know if you noticed the above ground pipe was in that other bed. So, and this machine here with that scoop at the end, that's what digs the ditches. So, so it'll be, now this next bed I'll stop at, bed 15 was planted last first week of July last year. Now you'll see the disc marks, and I'll stop here. Somebody want to take pictures of the tree. Oh, the sun went out on the tree line, didn't it? 7, 8 years old.
Look at all the berries in there.
What's the average lifespan of a cranberry bed?
Well, the cranberries will grow indefinitely, you know, like asparagus. When you have a good asparagus patch, you just take care of it and it'll keep producing asparagus. How long will you have an asparagus patch that will produce asparagus? I'm sure decades. So, a bunch of berries off, but now they're going to harvest what's left. Because in that fresh harvest, you don't get all the berries. So he's simply going down through there and banging those berries off.
I see it.
And then he'll finish up 6 to 8 employees that work all year. I mean, they're long-time permanent employees. And they're highly skilled with machinery, repairing machinery, building things. And then we have about 10 to 15 that come on only for the harvest, but they come on. Those semis, the semis, when they become 4 feet deep in cranberries, they're 50,000 pounds in the semis. They then pull off and they drive about 2.5 hours down to central Wisconsin, where they're receiving stations to collect the cranberries. They're froze within 48 hours generally. 80% of them become cranberry juice.
They're loose in that truck?
They're loose in the truck, and the water's draining off. So people are always, we have signs on the back, and don't be alarmed, fresh cranberries, water draining, you know, because people will get concerned. Then, you can buy the wine there's a winery in that building where they make the wine, and there's several of the varieties of wine that are made right on this farm. And the third thing you can buy is the honey from Bucky's Busy Bees of Brainerd, Minnesota. They brought us more back yesterday. We were out. That honey is then scraped from the combs and brought back to us from the pollination of our farm. So that's a local product then. Okay, there you are.
One more question on Bucky's bees.
He told me this one was hot.
Yeah, these are two
The middle one's hot?
cranberry ones.
Just a little bit.
This is Sundance.
That horseradish is delicious. I bought some yesterday and I'm back for another jar.
Talk to my wife. See if she wants it.
This is white cranberry strawberry. Basically, on
Pop it in your mouth.
the most part out of the bunch.
How many in your group?
Separated sour. There's 2 more units. Yes.
Which one's tart?
This one's tart. Very tart. Okay, that's white cranberry strawberry.